Victorian London has long been a source of inspiration for storytelling. The name alone conjures up images of foggy, rainy nights, unstoppable industrial progress, and mutton chops as far as the eye can see. The setting of Assassin's Creed Syndicate is vast and spectacular as always, but it's also a reflection of the franchise at large, an unstoppable force chugging along under its own inertia since 2009, when the series began shipping out annualized releases. Ubisoft has taken risks with the series, experimenting in ways that other developers would normally shy away from. Despite this, last year's installment Unity was seen as a low point for the series, but like Victorian London itself, the smell of progress is in the air with Assassin's Creed Syndicate. The setting of London during the Industrial Revolution is absolutely teeming with life. Detours and distractions are everywhere, and even the briefest pause from the narrative can capture your attention. Little details like advertisements and signage make the world feel like it's been lived in, and while the visuals are not always up to par with Unity, the breadth and depth of the locale more than makes up for it. 19th century London is home to plenty of folklore, and Syndicate uses this to its full advantage. For the first time in years, I'm excited by not only the time period, but the many historical figures therein. Their real-life stories are expertly woven into the fictional, centuries-long power struggle between the Assassins and the Templars, and this to me is what Assassin's Creed has always been about, blending history and fiction, specifically where gaps in historic knowledge exist. However, as far as Syndicate's story goes, this is also kind of where my interest ends. While the overarching story has often been criticized for its convolutedness, Syndicate's story feels a little too simple. There are no real side plots this time around, and aside from the odd check-in with the present-day storyline, the main objective is simple: take down Crawford Starrick, Grand Master of the Templar Order in England. The game takes almost no time to establish this character, just that he's evil and is maintaining power by oppressing the working class. The Assassins want to reclaim power over the Templars, because that's just what they've always wanted. Ragtag duo protagonists Jacob and Evie Fry are introduced just as abruptly, which initially made me feel like I was seeing the second half of a story I should have known more about coming in. Together, their motivation is a little bit one-dimensional, but each has their own method of getting the job done. Jacob is your typical sharp-witted brawler, bent on forming a gang to take back the streets by force. Evie, on the other hand, is more reserved and tactful, relying on associates and friends of the Assassins. The combat in Syndicate is, on the surface, pretty similar to previous installments. For the first time in the series, players can swap between two protagonists, and each has abilities that match their character and personality. Beyond this, movement and combat with these two is virtually identical. That's not a bad thing though. Skill points gained throughout the game are shared by both characters, so you can customize their skill trees however you like. Having the ability to approach the same missions in different ways is another reason why Syndicate is a step in the right direction. Speaking of combat, Assassin's Creed Syndicate has seriously earned its mature rating. Hand-to-hand combat makes a stunning debut, but it's possible to inflict serious damage regardless of whatever weapon you use. Whether you're brawling with Jacob or fighting in style with Evie, combos are brutal looking, and finishers even more so. Lining up 2 or 3 weakened baddies and giving them a bit of the old ultra-violence is as entertaining as it is cringeworthy, in a good way. But even this doesn't compare to the sheer joy of what might be Syndicate's best feature: carriage fighting. Crashing through London streets and dispatching of ruffians is by far the most fun I've had in an Assassin's Creed game in a long time. Gang fights are also exciting and very tough to pull off without a scratch. Fending off multiple enemies is as challenging as it is in Unity, and even the British aren't too polite to stab you in the back while you're engaged in combat elsewhere. Fortunately, Jacob and Evie know how to play dirty too, and there are plenty of deadly tools at their disposal. Throwing knives make a welcome return to the series, and a well-timed one can keep you from being detected or turn the tide in a fight. There are a few hiccups and button responsiveness issues, particularly when fighting on uneven ground, but overall the combat is almost everything a hopeful assassin would want. Almost. The duality established with Jacob and Evie's characters is begging for multiplayer cooperative play, and there's a huge missed opportunity here by resigning the campaign to a solo-only experience. Traversal has also changed significantly in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, due largely to the verticality of London's sprawling streets and alleyways. These can vary greatly in size, making it difficult to hop from rooftop to rooftop as fluidly as in previous games. The new rope launcher does come in handy here, allowing you to quickly scale buildings and zip across busy streets undetected. That is, when it works. Sadly, even in this latest iteration, the Assassin's Creed franchise still can't quite shake the temperamental movement system. To that end, the rope launcher is no different. Already hectic chase sequences are often made worse by this tool, which can quickly knock you off course if you're not careful, or if you're just unlucky enough to have the system target an off-screen ledge rather than something in front of you. The Assassin's Creed series has seen its share of ups and downs, and no, I'm not just being punny.
You should be on the stage, sir.
Unity made a lot of fans seriously question the direction the franchise was heading in, and some of Syndicate's missteps seem to be a result of overcorrection for these past mistakes. But all things considered, Ubisoft's bets have paid off. The launch issues that plagued Unity don't seem to be a problem anymore. In our entire 20-odd hour playthrough, not one game-breaking bug or crash was present. There will always be a glitch here and there, but they're easily ignored while playing the game. And in a time where games are being pulled after launch in order to fix crucial issues, it's really relieving to see it not be the case here. So far at least. Thanks for watching our review of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more awesome gaming content coming up.